Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. With that, it's time to crown the champion of the NFC, and to call the action, we send it to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Tevin Coleman. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. The gun, Morse. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Get ready. Let's go. Get ready. Get ready.
Operating from the gun. Morse. Over the middle, complete. It's Harvey. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Here we go. Watch 48.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
We want it. Come to my work. Here we go. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Morse. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 4 on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Here we go. What? 9. 4 down. What? 4 down.
Off the play fake. Morse. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Safety's creeping.
On the ball, on the ball, on the ball. On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball. Come on now.
He's coming.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Check 26, check 26.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Ready? Wake up.
Hey.
Wake
Four
up.
down, four down. Sponge.
Wake up.
Go. Check.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. And now a first down following that long gain.
Watch left. Tight end to the left,
Set. 180. Come on now. Wake up, Green.
You got 4.
Green. Come on. Gun.
Check.
Green.
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Wake up.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really great play defensively.
Tight dog.
Set. Come on now.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Trip.
On the ball.
Watch number 29.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
20.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Check 99.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Eluding the press, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. He can't get him down. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Let's go!
To throw from his end zone, Morse. Now he's forced out left, and he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's go! Brand 38!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
I know the game continues to evolve, and we have a lot of exotic stuff nowadays. I can't help it. I love a good old-fashioned draw play.
Who's typically fooled on defense on a play like that, a successful draw play?
Typically, it's the defensive line that's fooled because they're just pinning their ears back and going after the quarterback. And once they create some space and you get past them, you usually have a long way to go.
Back to throw. Morse. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. And on a stage of this magnitude, the conference championship, so many early game jitters can happen, so that scores a big relief to a coach. And now it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, past the 20, 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Run! Come on, let's go! Brand 38!
To throw on 2nd down, Morse. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here we go. What? Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Coleman. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Man left, man left. Ohio! Ohio! Here we go!
Off play action. Morse. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Let's go. What? Hey, hey, hey. You got three. We got three. Flex Ohio. Ohio. Let's go.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure it's just a little bit extra.
Looking to throw. Morse going underneath. It's Coleman. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Come on, let's go. Hey, 80's yours. Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Ohio. Check three.
Off the play fake. Morse. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Ohio. Let's go. Grand 38.
From the gun, Morse. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Yo trip is here, baby. Yo trip is here.
To throw on second down is Newton. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Check. Lucky.
20.
Check safety.
188. Gun.
Ship.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Switch. Mike, gun. Great. Back to you. I'm going back to you.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. A little juke. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this.
That's it, baby.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Check three.
On the ball. Set. On the ball. Gun.
Check 43.
20. Do something.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Watch tight end. We got three, fellas. We got three.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
Ready? Say 180.
4 down, 4 down.
Out of the gun, Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. First down now, but that clock rolling.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Under 10, 10.
20.
Check 24, check 24.
Hey! We're gonna set. Come on.
Check hot route.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Wide, get wide.
Wake up. We're gonna set. Come on, do something.
Boom! Yeah, baby!
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will take the lead here at 12-9. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the 2nd quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Wake up. Come on.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Here's Newton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's third down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The Panthers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. The slot man in motion right. Just beating the play clock is Newton. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And some room to roam now. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go!
Here's Coleman. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness. He puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Let's go!
Looking to throw on second down. Morse. Buying time to his left. And some room to maneuver. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
On third down, Morse. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, it's tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They find some open field here.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive linemen, the center and the two guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Alert, 20. 3 down. Take a sack. Come on. Check your hot read.
From the 50, Newton. Taking a shot for... He's got it at the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
You got 4. Gun. Check 3.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Duke Johnson from 10 yards out. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is already covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It's a foot race. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming back to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch her in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Slam, slam. Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first.
Come on now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down.
Do something. Set. Great.
Four down.
Great.
Watch the twist.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Crunch. Check. Slam.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. The throw is Newton. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
180. On the ball.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey,
Let's go! Brad 38!
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right,
Let's go!
Three down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Off play action. Morse. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Off the play fake. Morse. Now he'll let it go deep over, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. A big play on 3rd down for the Falcons. 41 yards. Red zone opportunity.
Ohio! Here we go!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch left.
Come on, let's go!
Throwing again. Morse on the screen. This is Coleman. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Let's go! What? 90! Ohio! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Single.
Here's a set.
Watch one.
Do some. Great.
Here we go.
Here's a set. 180.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
On the ball. Big edge. Wake up.
On first down, Newton. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Fresh set of downs here.
I got trick this side. We got 3.
20.
22.
Coming up the edge. Walking off the edge. Ready. Do some.
Trick that.
From the gun, here's Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Safe.
Set. 180.
Check 43. 57.
Great.
Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Come on, let's go. Panther. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Off play action. Morse. Wide open receiver complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here we go. What? 90.
3 down.
What? 90. Flex round. Flex round.
Back to throw. Morse. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got it at the 15. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Brogdons get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree, getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Morse. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have broken our tie. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina.
One of the most exciting plays in football, a kickoff return for a touchdown. And in all the excitement, let's not lose sight of the fact that now the pressure shifts to that snapper, holder, and kicker. This extra point is really important.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long. He's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go! Ohio! Ohio!
Hey, we got three.
To throw on 2nd down. Morse. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this.
Let's go! Four down. Check.
Coleman now. Room here to run. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here we go! Brand 38! Alert! Flex round!
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Flex round! Let's go!
This is Coleman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Check 24. Check 24. Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Check hot route. Hot. Ohio. Go ahead. Flex round.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell the offense, he had one job. All right, you knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the football, and we win the game.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that time out to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
36.
Newton to throw. Flush to his right. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Newton. Got his Rams target Samuel. They're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Come on, Greg. You can set. 180. Wake up. Come on now. Tighten up. Hey, do something. Greg. Rush in. Rush in. Gun.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Panthers on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Come on now. Do something. On the ball. Hey, watch it. Gun. Check it out.
On third down, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Shift. Check three. Blitz. Yo trip is here, baby. Yo trip is here.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be... So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Ohio! He's checking crack.
The play clock's running down. Now a first throw here in overtime. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, a 22.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Here we go! What?
On first down, Morse being chased out left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Here we go! Brand 38!
And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a third down.
Single. Flex round! Flex round! Hey, check. Let's go! Ohio! Hut!
Back to throw. Morse. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. All right, so they're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now it'll be up to their defense to try and see this one out.
So remember now, a field goal on this next drive would get us to sudden death. Any kind of turnover or turnover on downs would end the game, as would any touchdown. So this one's still very much up in the air.
Carolina getting set to take the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
I got you, boy.
Come on now.
Kill.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Kill.
First throw in overtime for Newton.
Slam.
And an alley to run. And he'll he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
You're going to set. 180.
Mike. Mike, 7.
Gun.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
8.
Slam. 6
Set.
guys. Check it out.
Now Newton with his first throw in OT. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in a freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there?
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl, what do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints. And they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. They won that one. They beat the Colts.
Yeah, a couple of the more memorable ones for sure. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Check. Woo! I know you feel that.
And here's your ball game, down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Set. 180. Come on now.
No. 3 down. Slam.
They snap it to Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll be a Carolina first. Some big-time drama as the game continues. They had to have that 4th down conversion. They made it work.
And you and I have both seen play callers' play sheets, right? And a lot of them look like, menus at restaurants. They always have a special section for those plays when you actually have to have a first down, a touchdown, a big play. They went to that section right there and dialed that one up.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
You're gonna set. Come on. You're gonna set. 180. Gun. Wake up.
I don't think you got it.
From the red zone now, Newton. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Gun. 20. Wake up.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Newton. And it's caught. Touchdown in overtime. And they are Super Bowl bound. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.